Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Part 9 of the Dark Souls 2 version 1.0 full playthrough, not necessarily a walkthrough. A little behind the scenes for you. I originally began recording this back in February of 2022, and then Elden Ring came out right after I defeated Old Iron King in the previous part of the playthrough. I got Elden Ring, so I stopped. And then I played Elden Ring for 2 months. And then took a little bit of a break. And then I moved from New York to Los Angeles. Kind of started a new job. Covered a bunch of other games. More Elden Ring, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion, Thymesia, some other stuff. And then almost a year later, it's now January 8th, 2023, I decided, you know what? Let me get back to it. This way I can actually finish this thing before I cover a new game. So, as far as uploads go, you will not notice a difference in terms of like cadence because I'm uploading all of these parts at once. But for those of you who actually follow along, the time between this part and the previous part is 11 months plus. So, I'm probably going to be rediscovering a lot of the same frustrations. I had to sort of like rewatch a couple of the parts to make sure I know what's left to do. The direction that we're going to take is we're going to go through the Shaded Woods, and then we will leave the well for last. So, yeah, I will show you my stats. Oh my god, the lag on the menu, dog. Show you my stats. Currently level 91, soul memory 550,000. 30 Vigor, 26 Endurance, 8 Vitality, 4 Attunement, 29 Strength, 20 Dex, 18 Adaptability, 3 Intelligence, 6 Faith. And I have a Estus Flask plus 4, 7 charges. Okie dokie. Let's get going here. Oh, no, Shaded Woods is this way. It's back towards Things Betwixt. And wow, the movement is a little flimsy in Dark Souls 2 vanilla. Like, you get big swings out of your movement. Not as tight as Elden Ring. I guess the big difference between these, between Part 8 and 9 is that Elden Ring came and went, and I have a lot more insight into From Software's game development, so it's nice. But I'm glad to be back doing this, in a way. All right, so the first thing we notice here is an NPC. I don't think we spoke to him last time. No, definitely not if that item's still here. But this is Benhart of Jugo. And Benhart of Jugo is a really interesting guy. He tells us, you see that statue? He gives us the willies. And he's carrying a very particular sword. This is the Moonlight Greatsword. However, we come to find out later on in the game that it's actually a fake, and that the real one is hidden somewhere else. He doesn't know it. He thinks it's like a family heirloom or something like that, if I recall correctly. But, yeah. So the other thing here is the statue of... I forget her name. We'll figure it out eventually. But there's a statue of her, and I believe you can do this earlier in Scholar. Maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering, but... No, I think they kind of lock you off from doing this in Scholar to better pace the game, if I'm not mistaken. I could be totally wrong on that, but you basically need a Fragrant Branch of Yore to unblock her, and then you'll be able to move on into the Shaded Woods. Oh. Okay. Sure. What? Please target him. All right, so these guys with the big bellies, I think they explode into poison mist when they die. No? Okay, never mind. Do I have a Fragrant Branch of Yore? I sure do. She gets, like, blown away. I don't understand why she literally gets thrown off the switch. Maybe she, like, kept her momentum from when she first got petrified. I don't know. Her name starts with an M, I think?
Give me... No.
Rosabeth. Rosabeth. So... what you can do with Rosabeth is you can actually give her some armor. And no matter what armor you give her, when she goes back to Majula, she'll begin wearing it. So her clothes are in tatters, and so we can give her some equipment. Let's make her look like an Elan Knight. That'd be fun. Hello? How do I go to the next screen? What is going on? How do I go to the next menu? What is going on? Helm? Oh, just gotta untoggle it. There you go. Alright, homegirl. Cool, and then she sells a few rings, fire seed, and some early pyromancies, which are nice. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to pull the switch, and then this is actually going to cause the first door to close, and then we're going to get some baddies. So do your best to kill these guys without taking too much damage yourself. They, of course, can poison you, because why not? Oh, boy. Cool. And then, of course, a basilisk, because we have to explain how Rosabeth was petrified in the first place, and it's because of the basilisk. Get some life gems, and then we can move on. You don't worry about Rosabeth. She will eventually, like, make her way back to the Shaded Woods, so it's no big deal. But there is a bonfire in this area, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, nice. SS Flash Shard. It's always good. Yep. It's a little bonfire. This way you don't have to, like, do the big path, I guess. Although it's not that big of a path, in my opinion. And then you can make this jump up here. Although there's not really a point. I don't believe there's any treasure in here, but... God, these walls, dude. Oh, please, dude. Alright. I'm probably going to die before I get there. Yep. It's going to rest at the bonfire, but it's okay. What I should have done is I should have one-handed and then just poked him to death. That's what I should have done. Now, will it transport me back there, or will it send me to Majula? If it sends me to Majula, we at least get a look at Rosabeth. Nope. It sends me back here, and the door's closed. Okay. And the basilisk is back. What? How weird. How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. Oh my god. Please, I just want my 9,000 souls back. Thank you so much. Okay, great. Okay, very good. Hello? Thank you. Yeah, so I don't really think there's treasures here. No, it's more like a booby trap than anything. Oh, well. I'm moving on. Okie doke. So, out here, we are going to encounter some falconer soldiers, I believe. Oh, no, not yet. So, the Shaded Woods first. Or, in this section of the Shaded Woods, we're mostly going to have these, like, draggling dudes. Oh, I'm used to Elden Ring, where you got to press triangle and R1 to two-hand. So, that'll take me a little bit to get used to. I do love impaling guys like this. And I also want to press triangle to pick things up. So in Scholar of the First Sin, you're going to run into a Flexile Sentry in this area. However, in Vanilla, he's not there. You also get some guys throwing rocks. You do need to watch out for them. So what we'll do is we'll try to take care of him before he does too much damage. Where did that guy come from? Pharos Lockstone, always useful. It's going to be very useful later on when we get into the doors of Pharos. Hello? God, this game is so slow. It's not even slow because it's old. It's slow because they made it slow. Like, using... and I know, like I said at the beginning of this video, we're going to get to the same complaints that I was making a year ago when I started this. But just keep in mind that it's fresh for me again, because I waited a year. But it's slow because they made it slow. Like, using a flask in Dark Souls 1 is infinitely quicker than it is in Dark Souls 2. Alright. So we have a bonfire here. And this is sort of... midway point through the Shaded Woods. And from here, we have a choice. And I will... How do I use... Oh, SS Flask Shards have to be used at Majula, right? All right, so we have a couple choices here. And I'm going to go over the choices. So if we go this way, this will lead to the Shrine of Winter. And this is actually a very interesting area with respect to Scholar of the First Sin. Because in Scholar, they changed the enemy layout here. So in 1.0, you still are dealing with these Dreglings for the most part. But in Scholar, you will have Falconer soldiers that come from the castle. And what's interesting is that, and I know I said this in one of the other parts, but the enemy placement in Scholar is a lot more contextualized. So, like, you know, this path leads to the castle, or one of these paths leads to the castle. Ring of Life Protection, what does that give? Check that out in a second. You know, one of these paths leads to the castle. I think it's this one. Ring of Life Protection. Nullifies death, but breaks. Nullifies death? Like, completely? I just don't die? Oh, there is a Flexile Sentry here. Maybe in Scholar it's not here? Or maybe I'm just dumb? I could have sworn this wasn't here until Scholar. Oh boy. Okay. Maybe in Scholar it's not there. My bad. Okay. No, this leads to the castle. I'm glad we came this way. Alright. Golden Falcon Shield. Dragon Slayer's Crescent Axe. Alright, so if we come up here, this is going to bring us to the Shrine of Winter. The Shrine of Winter is a very weird thing. So if we approach it, it says Seek Mightier Souls. And we have a choice. You can either kill the 4 story bosses, which we've killed 2 of before. It's the Old Iron King, which we killed in the previous part a year ago. And then we've also killed the Lost Sinner. So those are 2 story bosses because they possess Lord Souls, basically. They possess the Lord Souls from Dark Souls 1, although you don't really find that out until New Game Plus when the item descriptions change. And then there's also the Rotten and Dukesteer Freya. We will kill Dukesteer Freya probably in the next part. But that's the one we're going to now. So once you gather all 4 Lord Souls, that door will open. And then It actually leads to the third DLC, but we don't. This is version 1.0, so that hasn't been implemented yet. But there's like a fountain in there with snakes on it, and then that will lead you to the third DLC, Frozen Elium Lois, which is a cool area. The DLC is a major highlight of Dark Souls 2. But in 1.0, it's just a door that leads to the castle, and all it does is like get you over this rubble, which is dumb. Like, you got to kill the 4 most powerful beings in this area, in this world. I can't remember the name of the world. Just to get through rubble. Like, that's the point. So I don't know. But the other way you can open it is to gather, I think, 500,000 or maybe 2 million soul memory or something like that. So what speedrunners generally do is they will go right to the rotten because you can reach it very quickly. You just drop down the well and go for it, and then just use bonfire aesthetics on the bonfire as the boss to keep respawning it. But we're going to do it the story way, and we'll just continue on. So this way leads to... so this is the castle here. But this way actually leads to Aldia's Keep. And Aldia's Keep is a really interesting area. It was one of the first areas shown way back when. So let's grab this here. Red Tearstone Ring. It was the first area shown in one of the very first gameplay demos. However, in order to access it, you need to have the King's Ring. And the King's Ring opens up specific doors, and all those doors look like this. So we'll get the King's Ring eventually, but it says produce the symbol of the king, and so you need to be wearing the ring, and then it will open. We don't have that yet, so our only choice is to go deeper into the Shaded Woods. And this is actually something... I'm tempted to go bust out my book, because the Shaded Woods is a very confusing area. It's literally shaded, so there's no clear path. It's literally a shaded wood. So I think what I'm going to do is, before we speak to Creighton, I am going to grab my book, so I'll be right back. Alright, so Future Press, as of the publication of this book, didn't really provide a great map. So let's go to the old Google. Shaded Woods map. That's not super helpful either. That's in Japanese. Really? No one has a good shaded map? Shaded Woods map? This is crazy. That's crazy. I learned recently that that's like a very New York saying. There's like a whole TikTok video about it, but I've said it my entire life. Okay. Well, there's a few rings here. So let's speak with Creighton. Whoa! Oh my god, all I did was pick up my controller. I didn't actually press R2. I think it brushed against the desk. Alright. So, Creighton is still on the lookout for mild-mannered Pate. So to speak with him, so he can progress his quest line. Now it's time to go into the Shaded Woods. So I am looking at a map, and this whole area is just a circle. So if you just follow the left wall, you will eventually meet the head of Vengarl, which we will do. But there are treasures within the forest, and if you notice, they're kind of hard to see, but you see these, they look like ghosts walking around in the distance. Those are actually enemies. So, what we can do, we can kill them. They're either untargetable or you can only target them when they're close up. But the trick in this area are these trees with faces on them. If you hit a tree, nearby spirits will come to either defend the tree or just maybe the trees are just giving away your location. But nearby spirit enemies will come around and attack you. So if you're trying to like get someone's attention, hit a tree with a face on it, and it'll make a noise, and then you'll be able to fight the enemies nearby. So it's a little tricky to see what's an enemy and what is just mist. So I'm going to follow this wall. And then this treasure should be Gower's Ring of Protection. Nope. Lloyd's Talisman. This might be a Scholar map. Oh, I knew somebody was nearby. Shit. No. I might be dead. I'm mashing square, by the way. What? Sweet Jesus, dude. It's a tough area, and unfortunately there's no, like, silver bullet kind of item that will, like, you know, allow you to target them or see them any better. It's just, you just gotta deal with it. Okay. So again, I'm doing my best to hug the right wall. This way we kind of know where we are at all times. All right, there's another one right here. No? This is definitely somebody. Oh my good God. Hello? Like, why is he floating? Dude. Come on. What the hell? Now where'd he go? Homie. Okay. Whew. Might be the old sun ring here. Old sun ring, okay. So Gower's Ring of Protection should have been around here, but again, the Lloyd's Talisman might have been the ring. It's super, super hard to see here. Yeah, so that corpse. And this is the exit here. Okay. I'm just going to reset. I feel like I did this during the Scholar walkthrough as well. Like, I had a really hard time seeing in here. All right, there's a treasure straight ahead. That could either be the clear bluestone ring, or it could be the ring I'm looking for. Holy shit. Yo. This is unfair. I think in Scholar, these guys became targetable. I don't remember having this much difficulty during Scholar. Okay. See another one over here. So what I'm attempting to do is follow the left wall. Okay. So this is the exit. This is the exit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to light a bonfire here. Jesus. Okay. And I'm going to go right back in. So I'm not going to rest. We're going right back into the Shaded Woods. Or that section of the Shaded Woods. This is all technically the Shaded Woods. Fuck! Wow. Don't I feel like an idiot? Yeah, the map I'm looking at was published 2016, or updated 2016, so it's definitely a scholar map. That was incredible. I can't believe that just happened. I mean, I can, but still. Hello, go down, please. Thank you. Okay. Unfortunately, we're now going to have all the spirits back to life, which sucks. So my goal was to follow this wall here, or wasn't my original goal, but it became my goal, because I want to get to that chest right there. Is this the other ring? So that's a curse pot right there. Let me see if I can just loot this. Just an amber herb. Okay. So if you ever hear giggling, we'll see it more in the proper shaded woods, like in the main area. We'll see it a lot more. Oh god, there's two of them. If you ever see a giggling pot, or hear a giggling pot, rather. Holy shnikes, dude. If you ever hear a giggling pot... Yo, what? This is unbelievable. Yo, the fact that I cannot target your ass is absolutely infuriating. Oh, you're still not dead. Very cool. Yo, I hate the shaded woods. One. Yo. See, I don't want to get baited into fighting a third one. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Okay. Like I was saying, I wanted to follow this wall. This way we can grab this treasure. This should be the Chloranthy ring +1 in Scholar. Okay. So that's good. Now, I really don't know if the clear bluestone ring is in here. Damn. It's, again, without a real map, this is just so difficult. Future Press has come a long way in terms of making maps. Like, their map in the book doesn't even mention the treasures. Unless it's in a different section. Which would be odd, but not unlike... not unlike them in the early days for their books. Alright, so the clear bluestone ring should be, like, this direction, judging by this map that I have online. The treasure, like, whatever the treasure is, should be right here. How are you not dead? Oh, baby. Now we got this thing's attention over here. I'm doing a lot more work than I wanted to. God, I can't stand this area. What? Dude, how are you not dead, dude? What friggin' life do you people have? What was that? Okay. So yeah, Old Sun's ring is in this chest. And then basically like right across from it into the center should be the other ring. But again, nope, here it is. It's in the chest. Alright. Clear bluestone ring +1. And of course we're getting assaulted. Just no real surprise, but... Okay. Cool. So we're going to hug this wall. And then... Oh my god. So this goes back to the bonfire up this hill. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to cross. Hello. We're going to cross. And then this should lead us to the head of Vengarl. I'm not trying to, like, get into the battlefield here. Yeah, it should be up this hill. Great. So this NPC is really interesting. If you look closely, there's a head. It looks like almost like a dragon. And it's the head of an NPC named Vengarl. His head has been separated. We will find the body later on. But he was sort of like the protector of a duke. And, you know, he sort of wants us to reunite the head with the body. Unfortunately, it's really not going to happen for him, but it's okay. Yeah, so he was a hired hand, blah, 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 blah. Born in Pharos. Sellsword. I like this guy's voice a lot, so definitely speak with him. Alright. So if you speak with him, he gives you Vengarl's helm, which is a pretty cool helmet. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, so what's also interesting is that I believe for the Duke's Dear Freya, we can actually summon Vengarl. I don't think he has a head. No, I think he does have a head, actually. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But anyway, we do get Vengarl's helm, which will unfortunately bump us. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to bump us to mid-roll. Okay, so that's it for this section of the Shaded Woods, thank God. Alright. So now let's head back up and we'll go to the bonfire and rest. And I'm actually going to go back to Majula to spend that Estus Shard Flask. This way we can get an additional charge. If that's what they do in this game. I actually forget. Okay. So the map was correct. I mean, everything was still there. I was born in Pharosa. Been a sellsword ever since. Okay. Hello, Majula. Oh, no. Do we just... No, we have to talk to her.
Here.
Is that a shard you found? The Maiden in Green. Okay. It strengthens the Estus Flask. And then we probably don't have enough for a level. Oh, we do. Okay. Let's go to 30 strength. Wow. And then Rosabeth stands over here, I think. Where does she go? She may not show up until later. How many times have I died? 37. So I think I've died twice in this video. Anyway, Rosabeth stands somewhere, and she wears the gear that you gave her. But it may not be till after you defeat the first boss of Shaded Woods. Okay. Cool. Let's go back to Shaded Woods. Shaded Woods. Shaded Ruins. Shaded Ruins is interesting. I like that it's a place to spend fragrant branches of yore. And it's not just removing statues, it's actually activating enemies. One such enemy has a key on him. But again, that may be a scholar change. Okay. Alright. So I mentioned before giggling pots. I don't think I fully finished that thought. But giggling pots will curse you as you walk by them. And so you need to break them. It must break you. Okay. So what's frustrating and interesting is that you can actually like take really easy shortcuts through this area. So like this bridge, right? This bridge right here. It's supposed to be blocked by this guy, and you need a fragrant branch of yore to get rid of him. However, you could just do this. Ta-da! Like, you don't have to do anything about him. You can if you want, though. But there is a chance that he holds the Fang key. Although, again, not sure if that's a scholar thing or not. Let's just do this. I gotta see how many fragrant branches of yore I have. That's really what I should be doing. So these lion warriors... Dude. I have to, like, full-blown wait for you to be active. Oh, my God. So these lion warriors... Okay, the Fang key is a scholar. Change. Yeah, so in Scholar, that guy, like, drops the Fang key 100%. I should really drink because that guy did a lot of damage. Because it's easy. And it does a lot of damage. Yeah, these guys deal curse damage as well. No bueno. So again, we're kind of like doing this backwards because of that jump. But I just wanted to exemplify it. Like, normally I don't sequence break that much, but like, I really just wanted to exemplify how easy that was. All right, so this is Manscorpion Tark. We're going to speak with him. If we have the ring, we'll speak with him. But he's actually a friendly NPC. So don't be afraid of him. Ugh. Okay, yeah, so we're being cursed by a pot. So I'm gonna let the curse drop, just because I don't want to get too close. All right, so once you break the pot, the curse stops building, and they are scattered throughout the Shaded Woods. I think they might show up in one or two other areas in the game, but yeah, you really don't want to deal with them if you can help it. All right, so I believe there's a ring that you can equip to speak with Tark. Hang on. Manscorpion Tark. Ring of Whispers. Sold by Sweet Chalqua for 5,800. Okay, we need to visit the cat in Majula. So we'll do a lap here. So you'll notice that I break that pot, but I'm still being cursed. That's because there's actually a pot upstairs. So even though it's on a different level, it can still build curse. So you have to be very, very careful with like where you step and where you go here. See what I mean? This one's like outside and it's building the curse. Yeah, and of course, even though that is the exact size of my character, I can't move through it because the game just, you know, the game just builds environments to frustrate you. Fucking Dark Souls 2. This game is obscene. This one is on a shelf, actually. Sweet Jesus. Wow, I gotta start putting points into endurance. This is getting rough. Effigy and bleeding serum. So yeah, the other pot that was building curse in here is actually up on a shelf. It's up there. I don't know if you can actually break these with arrows. No. Maybe with bolts, but yeah. Okay, so I'm going to continue, like, lapping this place. Just because it's better to do that. In Scholar, there will be those shaded enemies still. So you're not, like, totally safe all the time. Oh, God. What the fuck? Oh, I'm dead. Oh, curse is different in Dark Souls 2. I think I forgot that. I mean, I definitely forgot that. Yeah, I mean, it's not really doing anything. You. I really wish that didn't take forever to build. Okay. Petrified dragon bone. So, you know, you'll notice that the curse keeps building, and that's because there's usually one on the other side of the wall or whatever. So, just be careful. So always pay attention to what you're doing. Yo, what? A lot of Pharos lockstones here, which is helpful because we're going to go to the doors of Pharos eventually. I haven't decided if I want to do it in this video or the next. I always try to keep these... What the... Alright, well, I mean, I was going to tell you about the cave, but there's a cave there. So weird. What broke that? Also, you're fast. Oh! You! I feel like I was quicker there. Maybe not. feel like Lucatiel of Mira might be up here. Oh, God. All right. So, let me see something. How many fragrant branches of Yor do I have? Let's just get marked under consumable. I have 1. That's not great. Okay. Well, there's a trap door here. We'll discuss that in a minute. Nope. Mm-hmm. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Normally, you can go down there, and you'll hear, like, somebody hooting. Sounds like an owl. That's actually an NPC. So let's go down here. We can open up this chest, and you'll notice that there is a pedestal here. I'm legitimately trying to remember if we have spoken about these before. I don't think we have. So this gentleman here is Darkdiver Grandahl, I believe his name is. And you need to find him in 3 different places in the world. And after you find him 3 times, you will be able to enter those pedestals. They act as portals. I saw a lion warrior run out of here. So I have a feeling he's coming back around. These are acid pits. You don't want to walk in these. They will break your armor. You gotta be very careful. And this cave is teeming with basilisks. I'm still waiting for Mr. Lion with the methane probes. By the way, if you haven't realized by now, I throw in references to TV shows and movies all the time, just hoping that somebody will comment. Like, I know what that's from. So if you know what they're from, shout them out. But Mr. Lion with the methane probes is from something. All right, so behind this door is Weaponsmith. Oh my good God, you need the key. The Fang key. Where's the Fang key in 1.0? Behind that door is Weaponsmith Ornifex, who creates boss weapons. Boss weapons! But she looks like the crows from Dark Souls 1, from the Painted World. She looks just like them. So it's like, you open the door and it looks like an enemy, so you attack her. It's very stupid. Like, I don't know why they would design her like that, but they do. Or him. I'm not sure. Unclear if it's a man or a woman. Yo. Guy's doing fucking karate over here. Okay, this is, like, not great. This is less than good. Alright. So, I feel in my bones that that guy has the Fang key. I feel it inside of my bones, in my marrow. So, I'm going to spend my last fragrant branch of Yor. Oh, man. Is my memory good or is my memory good? Okay, so we're going to go use the key, and then we'll go back to Majula and speak with Shalqua. There's a chest up here. There's a window. That's also from something. Right. Oh, God. What just happened? Dude. This fucking game. Okay. Great job. Ooh, Titanite chunk. Nice. Okay. I mean, I guess I didn't hit the direction. Felt like I did. That's okay. All right. So now we're going to drop down here. And normally, like, it would be a trap, right? Like, you would hit all the basilisks. But because we entered the other way, we were safe. All right. So we use the Fang key. And then see what I mean? Like, this clearly looks like an enemy. But it's actually Ornifex. And Ornifex is a weaponsmith. Believe it's a woman.
Thank you.
I mean, it sounds like a woman. But she says that her home is right down the road. It's not right down the road. It's way far. And we won't see her for a while. But make sure you pick up the Estus Flask shard that's in there. If you haven't, speak with Grandahl. I always call him Grandahl. I will look up to see if that's the correct name. Anyway, let's go back to Majula. We'll spend the 2 shards that we got, or the 1 shard that we got. And then we'll also purchase the ring from Shalqua. Darkdiver Grandahl. Yes, that is his name. Darkdiver Grandahl. So yeah, Darkdiver Grandahl can always be found at those pedestals. There's a total of 3 in the game. When you find him 3 times, he will then open up whatever one you find last. You can enter the Chasm of the Abyss. And
Here. However,
inside, you got to kill some enemies, light some torches, and then for the 3rd and final Chasm of the Abyss, after you light the torch and kill the enemies, it will open up the boss door of sorts. It's the same exit, but it leads to a boss a 3rd time. If you do that, then you get to fight the Dark Lurker boss, who looks like something out of Diablo. Okay. Cool. So I don't think we've spoken to Shalqua. Yeah, although her door, I think, always closes. In any event, Shalqua can either be found there or here. Okay, we have spoken to her. So, we need to buy the Ring of Whispers from her. And can hear the voices of foes. Ring worn by Roy the Explorer. Here are the inner voices of surrounding foes. Useful for locating hidden enemies and perhaps a few other things as well. And then we'll buy the cat ring eventually from her.
satisfied?
But that's it for now. So let's go back to the Shaded Woods and we'll speak with Big Boy. Oh, she's here now. Why wasn't she there before? I didn't really do anything differently. So yeah, Rosabeth stands here in whatever armor you gave her. I'm almost positive you can give her other armor too. Yep, you can give her different equipment.
It was a perilous trek.
All right. Does this guy have a fragrant branch of yore for sale? Oh, it's a woman, actually. Motion tag Malencia. I may have already purchased it. Here's a Pharos lockstone, okay. Lovely times these are, stranger. Not even a mug of ale for a weary traveler from distant Corhagen. Tavern's closing. Best be on your way, stranger. Okay. So, now that we have that... Oh, you know, I didn't pick up the treasure off the crystal lizard. Like a dummy. That's okay. So yeah, this becomes not necessarily perilous, but you just have to be ready for combat a lot sooner. Because now Mr. Lion is unfrozen. Yo, the amount of damage. that was the longest way around to a backstab ever. Okay. Just want to see if the crystal lizard's still there. If it is, I'll kill it, and then we'll talk to Tark. And believe it or not, after speaking with Tark, we'll basically be done. Nope. I messed it up. Okay. So, if we walk up to this dude, it says ... question mark. However, if we were to equip the Ring of Whispers...
Human, are we?
He has voices. So we can keep speaking with him. And then talks about his master, which we can understand to be the Duke of Seldora.
Nobody knows or where are the only ones.
Okay. He wants you to kill his betrothed, his fiancée, who is the boss of this area.
I will be sure.
And so, after speaking with him,
My name was Tark. Since the palm,
we can then summon him for the boss fight. So, very, very useful. I have the life ring equipped. He says that, you know, the past is a fog. He remembers his name was Tark, and that's about it. It's implied that he is Dark Iron Tarkus, the guy from Dark Souls 1 that can solo. Iron Tarkus is his name. He can basically solo Iron Golem. He's just a brolic NPC summon. So it's implied that that's him, just, you know, in another life. Oh, no. Don't want to be cursed. Thank you. I'm very fucked. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to run past all these guys. I'm hoping that when I get up the hill, they'll leave me alone. We'll see. I still hear their jingle jangles. This guy's interested. I'm interested in this. Come on, restore your stamina. Okay. Alright. So... use that. Pop a life gem. And then we should now be able to summon. Yep, there he is. So we can summon Manscorpion Tark. Now, in this boss room, there is an item that can only be obtained by breaking a branch. It's kind of easiest to let the boss break it for you. I think it can also be broken via spell of your own. But it's up here. So here's homegirl. You really just got to approach her, then she shows up. Najka is her name. So it's literally homegirl from Dark Souls 1. It's very annoying. What just happened there? What is her name from Dark Souls 1? Why can't I remember? That's shameful. I'm ashamed. I have shame about this. Why can't I remember her name? Homegirl. The girl down in Blighttown. The hell's her name? Yeah, break this, please. Alright. I don't think Tark has to survive. Yo, what is her name? Trying to get her to pop up here. Thank you. What the hell is that boss's name in Dark Souls 1? It's the one everybody looks at. It's everybody's waifu. Oh my good god. What is that boss's name? I'm so ashamed. I'll remember it like as soon as I'm not dealing with this boss. I know I'll remember it. That didn't work. Quelaag. What's funny is I had to remember that by remembering what her sister says. The fair lady. Quelaag, dear sister. That's how I remembered her name. It's actually the story, not so much the name of the boss. So anyway, this boss isn't that hard. I have a weird recollection that you may be able to chop off her tails, but I don't know. I'm not bothering. Just a flame butterfly, but still, it's interesting that, you know, they put a treasure there like that. Yeah, you also get slowed down when the boss is, like, tunneling underneath you. Oh, my good god. All right. That's Najka. We achieve victory. We get her soul. Soul reads the following. Najka was born of the misdeeds of an ancient being, a frail soul from the beginning, that soon succumbed to madness. Quelaag. Use the special soul of Scorpioness. Najka, yep. Frail soul. So it's either, it could be Quelaag, it could be the Fair Lady. You know, it could be one of them. I would go with the Fair Lady just because it says a frail soul. In any event, we move on to the doors of Pharos here. There's a bonfire, though, that I'm looking for. So, if you are in the Rat Covenant, all these enemies will be friendly towards you. We are not in the Rat Covenant, though. So, we do not possess that luxury. That's quite all right, though. There are two ways to get into the Rat Covenant. You can either do it here or in the, not the gutter, the well area. I can't remember the name. We'll get there eventually. Okay, so let's go back and speak with Tark. Now that his betrothed has been defeated, I believe he gives us a Pharos Lockstone. Oh, I could have died had I landed that. Oh, come on. Ugh, I really didn't like that. What? That was odd. That didn't make any sense. Alright, so you will need to put on the Ring of Whispers again. The other thing the Ring of Whispers will do is that it will cause you to hear growls of monsters. And basically what that's doing is letting you know that monsters are nearby. It's really not that helpful of a ring. The only real purpose is this.
This is my...
Oh, Fragrant Branches of Yore, nice.
But still hype.
Alright.
But still...
Cool, so that's it. That's actually a decent reward. There is one lion that I didn't unpetrify, but I don't care. I really don't think it's guarding anything good. Yeah, see, that growling Wow. That growling is an enemy. Black Knight Halberd. Alright. Alright, let's get some levels. And we'll be done. Sacred Oath. The beloved ring of the gallant shieldless Lothian, formerly of Pharosa. Dark Souls 2 has some cool world names, or land names, but you never see them. Okay. No, I'm not going to bother upgrading my weapon because we're actually going to get the Santier Spear very soon. I know I use the Santier Spear in Scholar. I'm going to use it again anyway. I don't care. Alright. Endurance is badly needed. Wow. Okay. So, I think my original idea was to keep parity with my Scholar of the First Sin walkthrough in terms of areas. So... August 12th, 2021. Wow, that was a long time ago. I'm gonna have to scroll through over 200 Elden Ring videos to see all this. Oh, I guess I can just go to the playlist. Right? I'm smart. Playlists. Dark Souls 2. Did I not make a playlist for this? Nope, I did. Okay. Shaded Woods and Doors of Pharos. That was an hour and 44 minutes. And I did the Gutter and Black Gulch before. Okay, I'm not really keeping parity here. All good. Yeah, this has already been an hour. This game runs a fair bit slower, so I'm not surprised. The Doors of Pharos is really quick. Nah, I already said I was going to end it. All right, in the next part of the playthrough, we will do Doors of Pharos. Yeah, so we'll do that. Doors of Pharos won't be that long. It's an interesting area, primarily created for PvP purposes. But, you know, being version 1.0, we obviously can't engage with the PvP experience, which is fine, but I can still explain it and explain how it works. It's a very cool idea. I wish they had progressed the idea a little bit in future games like Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne and Elden Ring, but fortunately not. It does have the worst boss, one of the worst bosses in Dark Souls history, though. So we'll talk about that when we get there. But that's it for now. If you're watching these, I almost regret not uploading parts 1 through 8 originally, because I think it would have been cool to like get back to this a year later, but it's all right. It's cool that I started this living in New York, and I'm gonna be ending it living in Los Angeles, literally across the country a year later. But I'm kind of excited to get back to this. Even though like Dark Souls 2 can be frustrating, I still find it to be somewhat enjoyable. Like Souls games are good games no matter what, and Dark Souls 2 is still at its core better than a lot of games, in my opinion. But there's big problems with it that you just experience as you play. Okay, but that's it. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides or parts of this playthrough for Dark Souls 2 version 1.0, subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links for those are in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.